Hey guys, welcome to the Prelims Focus News discussion of 12th of September. So let's see the very first news, guys. It is about India-Japan annual summit, which is being held in Gujarat. It is actually going to held on 14th of September, and it will be 12th in India-Japan annual summit. And remember, miss bilateral wise, country wise, it is 12th annual summit. But if you count as a leader wise, then it will be 4th annual summit between Prime Minister Modi and Shinzo Abe. Alright, so what they will do under this annual summit, let's see. They will review the recent progress in the multifaceted cooperation that we both countries have with each other, right? The framework for spatial, strategic and global partnership will be set its future direction. I mean, these partnership will set that what will be the future direction of the partnership of India and Japan, right? And India, what major focus will be given on these few areas, like India's first high speed rail project between Ahmedabad and Mumbai will be taken care of. Then tensions in the region following the nuclear test by North Korea above the island of Japan, which recently North Korea conducted. So India is going to criticize that under this annual summit. Then there is growing Chinese assertiveness will also be the issue there, which the China assertiveness is showing on South China Sea, and there will be annual defense dialogue between two countries also. So these are all the things what are going to happen in India-Japan annual summit. Next is about Northeast calling, guys. It is conducted by Ministry of Donor, that is Development of Northeast region, and we have already discussed about it, but let's again see it. See, the traditions of Northeast will be focused in this, right? The different musics being used in Northeast, the culture of Northeast, the dances in Northeast will be shown under this Northeast calling thing, right? And there will be, to promote this event, the school quiz contest is also being conducted in different Northeastern states, and photography competitions with the theme beauty of Northeast is also one of the event that is being kept under this program, right? And one more thing is business to business conference will be there, under which different leaders of business from different regions will be called upon Northeast region, and they will be said that the Northeast has a huge potential. If you at all want to open your own business in Northeast, then the government is also going to back you by giving some incentives. So please do proceed here, and whatever be the problem comes, then government will take care of. And the problem mainly in connected to the Northeast regions are the connectivity issues. So if business are setting up in Northeastern region, then there will be regional development. The youths of Northeast will be getting jobs and all. Alright, so that's why this business to business conference has also been kept under this, right? Next is state startup conference, guys, has been conducted by Ministry of Industry and Commerce, and which is being mainly conducted by Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion Wing of that. And the 4 key themes will be taken care of under this state startup conference, and those will be governance reform to be undertaken by the states for startup. Means, see, all these 4 steps, whatever is being taken, will make sure that the environment of startup, which is considered a negative environment being occurring in India, so that the government want to convert that negative startup ecosystem to positive startup ecosystem by these focusing on these key themes, right? Under which the different constraints are, I mean, what the startup people allege that the government is huge. I mean, the ease of doing business is not there. So these all things will be taken care of under this startup conference. Incubation facilities will be taken care of. Then role of state government will also be focused upon it, and making regulations easier for startups, so that the ease of doing business could enhance in India, right? So that's why this conference has been set up. Next is workshop on capacity building of Indian zoo veterinarians. See, guys, veterinarians are basically the animal doctors. See, so that's why the workshop has been kept on this capacity building of these veterinarians, because it has been seen that the animals health in different zoos are not that up to the mark, right? So that's why the MOU is signed between this Central Zoo Authority and Smithson National Zoological Park, which is in USA, right? So these both the institution will come forward, and they will do the capacity building of animal veterinarians, so that the different Central Zoo authorities could also regulate on them, and they can check whether the conditions of the animals in our zoos are up to the mark or not. All right. And under this, the assurance is given by the government that government will adequately support the proposals from the zoo, that is the Central Zoo Authority, that comes with the idea of develop the model zoos. Because see, government has also said that if we'll just do capacity building of these veterinarians, then they will surely going to get some output, and in future also they can, with this capacity building, they can give some sort of proposals for the well-being of how to do well-being of these zoo animals, right? So that's why they have said that government is giving the full assurance that they will support the proposals of in future whatever these Central Zoo Authority will keep forward before them, right? And with this there will be adoption of modern trend in animal care, it is being said. And the last point is given about veterinarians. What do veterinarians do basically? And with the aim of this, basically the MOU which has been signed with this zoological park of USA, is that they will be imparting necessary knowledge, skill, attitude to the veterinarians of the zoos at par with the international level in these fields, right? And let's see a bit about this Central Zoo Authority also, guys. This is a statutory body which is being created under the provisions of Wildlife Protection Act 1972 by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And the work of the Central Zoo Authority is to oversee the functioning of zoos and provide them with technical and other assistance whatever is being required, right? And one more thing, guys, it is an affiliate member of World Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and this also regulates the exchange of animals and endangered categories, which is being specified under Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act among different zoos. So these are quite the facts which often might be asked in UPSC prelims, and these are the kind of questions which are very favorite to UPSC. So just remember these all things, right? Next is about 5 C's of policy restore policy to restore peace in Jammu and Kashmir. Basically, there was a visit of Home Minister to Jammu and Kashmir, so that's why he has given a 5C formula. Basically, see, this 5C formula, these kind of questions are only meant for the mains perspective, right? These are not meant for the prelims perspective. But just you can remember that 5C means compensation, communication, coexistence, confidence building measures, and consistency. Now, these all you can decode yourself only, because Jammu and Kashmir is a kind of issue which is being very often seen in news. So see here, like 5C formula, like I've just said that it is compensation, communication and coexistence. You can simply decode this communication, like there will be communication between the normal people residing in Jammu Kashmir and the army personnel, so that if at all in future any kind of insurgent activities, I mean the local people of there get any hint of some sort of insurgent activities, so they can at least communicate with the army professionals, so that army professionals can take the cognizance of that situation whatever is being occurring. So all right, so just remember this as 5C formula, and if you at all remember it, then that's fine. If you not, then also that's fine. But this was like I just saw it in this news, so I thought of speaking it with you people. So yeah, next is about Aviation and Home Ministry spar over regulating drones. See guys, drones, right? So actually Director General of Civil Aviation is asking the Home Ministry that the Home Ministry must give this Director General of Civil Aviation the power to regulate these drones, because these drones has the potential to create instability in our country. So but that's why the Ministry of Home Affairs has also said that why we will give this regulation power to you, because see, the issues of security related things are coming under Ministry of Home Affairs, right? So we just want some time to think over it. That's why, I mean, this is what has been said by Ministry of Home Affairs. So that's why this one is in news, guys. And if you at all want to read the factual things, then it's written here. These are not kind of like, You can just read it yourself and get to know about it, right? It's much clearly mentioned, because this is a directly screenshot of the Hindu newspaper, which I've taken it from the article, of course. So yeah, if the news in future it goes above, then I'll surely explain it to you guys, but till now it's not that important. Yeah. Next is about 35-day long Bharat Yatra program is being organized by our ex Nobel laureate, that is Kailash Satyarthi. So let's see what is this Bharat Yatra. This is a 35 days long yatra, which will be mainly focused upon the human trafficking and the child trafficking issues which is being occurring in our country, right? So it will be kind of yatra which will indirectly demand from the parliament to pass some sort of stringent law, so that these kind of not social activities, in fact the correct term will be the social ills against these childrens, will be like checked by the passing of laws. All right. And it is being said that every 8 minutes a child goes missing, and the child is basically trafficked for different illegal things like sexual abuse, prostitution, forced labor, slavery, child marriage, organ transplantation, etc. So that's why the Kailash Satyarthi has said that if government wants to see India to be a new India, then the children are the future of India, right? So they should take care of children and pass some sort of stringent regulations, so that the ill activities which nowadays children are passing through, those could be curbed, right? So that's why this was in news. Next is about 2000 researchers to get fellowship. Guys, this is basically a scheme which has been announced by the Ministry of HRD, and it has said that IIT and IISc students who are scoring respectively high CGPA, that is CGPA above 8, they will be eligible to get the stipend of 70,000 per month if they include themselves as research students there, right? So that's why it was in news, guys, and it is said that it will give boost to research and innovation environment in our country, because nowadays what is the trend is being seen is that the student who are passing from IITs and IIScs, they change their field, like they some like Chetan Bhagat goes to writing some sort of books, and some kind of like people like Arvind Kejriwal, they join politics. Means the major output which the government is expecting, because the reason for which the government has spent over these IIT and IISc as students, they are not getting benefited by that, right? So that's why government has said that okay, we are ready to give the stipend of even 70,000 per month to students if they include themselves as research students. Because what will happen is, if they themselves include as research students, then they will be having the zeal inside them that in future they have to do some sort of research, so that they can be famous or some sort of things, right? So that's why it's kind of creating zeal among students. But guys, one more thing like I want to add on from my perspective is like that this fellowship program is only meant for IIT and IISc students. They should also include private institutions under it, right? Because ultimately they are taking, these students are also eligible to apply, and if these goes for the private institutions also, because private institutes, there are many good talents in private institutes also, right? So to extract the actual talent, government must open this platform for different private institutions also. That's my take on it, right? If you at all want to make your take, then you can also make it in the comment section below, but that was my take. Anyways, next is about parties call for hybrid electoral system. Because see, in the Uttar Pradesh assembly elections, few data has been given that BJP has got 39% of vote, but still they have managed to get 312 seats. But Samajwadi Party on the other hand have got 21.8% of vote, but still they have got only 47 seats. That's why the parties have told a parliamentary panel that the existing fast past the post system is the existing system through which we vote. That is not good, and that must be replaced by a hybrid format. Hybrid format contains two things. First is the candidates are eligible if the candidate want to vote for just one candidate, that is also thing. And the second thing will be the proportional representation type. means the type of elections that has been carried out for the election of president or vice president, right? So those kind of elections must also be included in normal assembly elections, right? So see guys, this was a news, right? So it is less going in tomorrow, day after tomorrow, few articles will also pop up under this, so we'll discuss all those things. But yeah, up till now, I mean, this much was in news, guys. So we'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you very much.